As the United Nations Human Rights Council meeting on Bahrain got underway on Monday in Geneva, a staggering picture of increasingly violent attacks against the country's citizens who protest human rights violations in the country colored the chamber. Bahrain's Minister of State for Human Rights Affairs, however, told of the achievements of the government and strongly dispelled any notions of violent mistreatment of its citizens, including torture.
There is the fact that security forces have to maintain security in the country. There are dozens of demonstrations that are not stopped because they are peaceful. However, if there is a demonstration that is not longer peaceful and violates the rights of the people, then security must be restored. It is not a matter of abuse of power.
But this was dismissed outright by NGOs and activists as they cited a November 2011 Bahrain Independent Commission of Inquiry report which acknowledged a number of human rights abuses and systematic torture of detainees as security forces put down anti-government protests. They add this is only one side to the story, as the Bahrain government is not the only one to blame.
That countries, that are supposedly supporting human rights and freedom and democracy in many other countries are supporting the oppression in Bahrain. I find that very shameful.
Speakers on Monday said there is an increasing irresponsibility on the part of governments globally, and talk of peace will not be bought by those it is peddled to when the very same governments provide the conduits of fear for a profit.
The United States has resumed selling arms to Bahrain at a time when violations are still ongoing. The United Kingdom is selling arms to Bahrain at a time when violations are still ongoing. France is doing the same. These are countries that were criticizing Russia for selling arms to Syria. And today those countries are to Bahrain what Russia is to Syria.
As the meeting continues, and if the opening session is any indicator, the UN will be urged to channel the voices of activists in asking the Bahrain government to examine the underlying reasons behind the uprisings. NGOs say implementation of political reform in Bahrain is not that difficult, but what does frighten them the most is that increasing trade deals with international countries normally vocal about human rights appears to signal the price of trade agreements is more valuable than the price of human life. Fabian Peer, Press TV, Geneva.